Hello and welcome back to another video. In this video, I will give you an overview of REST API authentication. If you want to update a post or taxonomies or any of the other data on our site, we have to authenticate the REST API request where we'll use methods like post, delete, or the put method. So what kind of authentication can we use for REST API? There are multiple authentication methods available. First one is the cookie-based authentication, where the user is already logged in and it uses a nonce to avoid the CSRF issues, which stands for cross-site request forgery. However, when we make a REST API request from another platform to our site, cookie-based authentication may not work. So what are the other available methods? There are multiple plugins such as OAuth Server plugin, which supports application passwords and JSON web tokens. There is also basic authentication where the WordPress username and password are used. However, basic authentication should only be used for development and testing purposes because it exposes the actual username and password. Instead of this, we can use application passwords, which are now built into WordPress. In this video, I will demonstrate how to use application passwords to authenticate REST API requests and perform CRUD operations like creating, updating, or deleting posts. To start, go to your site's user settings. Under the user settings, there is an application password section. You'll see an option to create a new password where we'll create an application password for movie manager role. This role was created to manage movies, people, taxonomies, and other custom post types. If you try to create application password now, you might notice it's unavailable. This feature requires HTTPS to be enabled, which is not enabled on this environment site. To enable it, you'll need to set the environment type accordingly for development websites. To do this, go to your config.php file and define the WP environment type constant. This tells the WordPress what the current environment is, whether it's local, development, staging, or production. Here's how you define it. Define WP environment type, which is the name of this constant, and its value to local. After defining, when you reload this page, you'll see an option to create a new application password. How can we identify this? Let's take a look at user.php inside the WP includes folder. There is a function WP is application passwords supported, which checks if the application passwords are supported on the current site. It uses factors like if it is SSL, that is HTTPS is enabled, and the environment type. If the environment type is set to local, this feature will be enabled. Once the environment type is set, the application password will be available. You can create a new application password by entering a name for it, such as REST API, and then adding new application password. Be sure to save this password in a safe location, as it will not be shown again once you navigate away. You can also revoke the password anytime if you suspect if it has been compromised or leaked. If needed, you can also create a new application password. One key point is that the application passwords do not use the actual user's password. They are only for authenticating XML RPC and REST API requests, and user cannot use them to log into your WordPress site. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Jai WordPress!